Welcome back to Reflect. I'm Toria.
And I'm Tarja.
Today we're going to discuss zodiac signs. We're going to be rating each sign and say a few experiences about each sign. This is just for fun, in our opinions, not to be taken seriously. So basically, we'll be dragging your signs out.
Right. You don't take anything we say personal either.
Yeah. And so there's like 4 types of elements that each sign basically fall under. And it's like the water, fire, air, and earth. Now the water is Cancer, Pisces, and Scorpio. And then if you a fire sign, that's usually Leo, Sagittarius, and Aries. Mm-hmm. And then if you an air sign, air element, then you a Libra, Aquarius, or Gemini. And then the earth is Virgo, Taurus, and Capricorn. And those like the 4 elements, and each sign represent under those elements. Now there are a few positive and negative traits I found about each sign, but we're gonna be ranking from worst to best. And this Toria talking, and we both agreed on this.
Yeah, we came up with which one we both agreed to. That's the worst sign, and that's the best sign. We're gonna have it in order like that. So when we talk about each sign,
yeah. So the worst for us that we have experience with meeting these type of people, and also the traits we found was kind of accurate about these type was Aquarius.
Yeah, that's the worst sign we think.
And the Aquarius usually the month born either January 20th through the February the 18th.
And they usually say their age, like of the sign, is between ages of 70 and 77. So on the older end.
Now, some positive traits that I found about Aquarius is they humanitarians, they unique, they also creative, or they take an intellectual risk out here. And some negative traits about this sign is sometimes they be considered distant or cold or condescending and unpredictable.
Yeah, so our personal experience with these signs. So for Aquarius, I guess our personal experience with someone was Aquarius. Like, I noticed that they can be like more so like smart mouth.
Yeah.
That's what I can kind of see with the Aquarius I met.
Yeah, or argumentative, that you mean by that? Yeah, I can see that. And also bossy, controlling.
Mm-hmm.
I know this one person. Oh, also they be seen as wishy-washy or fake, as you want to say. Like, I know this one person where this person would be talking behind your back, and then the next time they see you, okay, like we all there's Aquarius, because they also was bossy and they also was fake, where they make these toxic jokes that wasn't even funny, and then the next day they supposedly act like they just so good at you or nice in your face, like they wasn't, like you wasn't offended about what they said.
Like you supposed to accept it as if they never said it. Like it was just a new day, and what they said before just never happened.
Yeah, I agree with. Yeah, like I'm just so. Yeah, so any Aquarius that we met, or I see some traits in them, like, oh, this person has to be Aquarius. Now, the next worst we would say is Cancers.
Oh my God, yeah, Cancers.
And the months of people born who are Cancer is June 21st to July 22nd.
And then the age for this sign is between 21 and 28.
And some positive traits that I found about this is about Cancers is they consider to be loyal, nurturing, homebodies. They also, just like Aquarius, creative, passionate people. Now, some negative traits about Cancers is they can be moody, insecure, pessimistic, clingy types. And I agree with that, with the clinginess and the moodiness. Now, we have come across a lot of Cancers.
Yes. I feel like every school, work, or just earlier life, like any interaction is always like a Cancer in the mix. And my experience is that, they have, like, when you say moody, they have like these mood swings. Like one minute they all nice to you, and then it's like just a few seconds later they like get mad about something. Like you like, where this come from?
Yeah, and then when they get mad about something, they take it out on everybody. They could be mad at that one specific person, and they take it out on everybody.
Or they could be stressed out or frustrated about one thing, but they'll take it out on, project their feelings onto someone else.
Yeah, this reminds me of this other person that I met. And this person was stressed out about probably school life, school work, and they would go to each friend and just drown them in the misery they feeling. And it's like so toxic and intoxicating that they negatively just go into another person.
They want a misery loves company.
Yeah,
that's all we see with that.
Exactly.
Misery loves company,
and that's why they the next after Aquarius.
It's like it's just too much, and then they also like to play the victim to me. Like each Cancer I met, they like to talk about their own feelings. Like you could just bring up something about yourself, but they wouldn't bring it back to theirs, whatever they talking about. Like if you want to bring up your feelings, now they gotta go, oh, I gotta have a story related to this, or I gotta play the victim, or I was the one who was wrong in this situation. When they probably 9 out of 10 is the wrong one. And then the next negative or worst we would say is Pisces. And Pisces is usually born between February 19th to March 20th. And then they're like I think they're considered the oldest of the signs. They're 77 years old to 84 years old. And the positive traits about this sign is they could be artistic or musical, generous and empathetic. And then some negative traits about them is they could be idealistic, like they have expectations about people, and if they don't meet these expectations, then they got something negative about you. And then they could be also seen as emotional and lazy. And now with Pisces, out of my experience, they could be idealistic. Like they have one idea, then the next thing you see them basically work, like they have one job. Let's do an example. Like they had one job, and then a week later they found a new job. Or they had one talent, like playing guitar, and the next minute you see them doing piano. Like that's a good trait to have, but I just feel like it's unreliable. You know, they're not as stable. Yeah, stable people. And in terms of emotional, yes, definitely emotional. Tell all your troubles, kind of like the Cancer in that sense. Yeah, similar for sure. I'm trying to think what I came across with Pisces. Oh, insecurity. Oh my God, they reek insecurity out here. Oh right, they like, do. Pisces. I remember 2 people I came across. One of them I didn't know was a Pisces. Another one I did. And I was like, this person definitely have Pisces traits where they reek insecurity. Like you can just tell the way they look at you or when you talking to them. And they also, this one person that I'm talking about also was friends with an Aquarius. So it's like 2 toxic people together. And all they did was talk behind your back. For sure. Like they'd be trying to be all nice to your face, but they also come to have fake traits. But I guess it could be with any of these signs. Like I just want to say, like we're just doing our experience with certain signs. So don't try to take any of this personal, as we said. We just having fun and dragging these signs. I experience with somebody who had these like characteristics of the sign. Yeah, and then you have anything else about Pisces experience? I'm trying to think. Just that. They'd be kind of, I don't know, kind of similar to Aquarius and Cancer. Like, they kind of combination of that, just that they more creative. Yeah. That's how I see it. Yeah, and then dip their toes and plenty of stuff out here. Yeah. And then the next one from Pisces is Scorpio. Oh my gosh. And it's between October 22nd to November 21st is the birthday months of this sign. And now the positive traits about Scorpios is they observant, brave, and ambitious or determined people. The negative traits about Scorpio is they could be considered jealous or possessive, resentful, and dark side. Like they may be prone to addiction, sexual obsessions out here. And I would say that's completely right in terms of addictions. We know a lot of people that's a Scorpio in our life that was prone to drinking or gambling addictions, some type of addictions out there. And I just knew a few, I would say more so guys than girls that had these dark lives or secrets, or was kind of like liars to me that I noticed. Like they lied about a lot of things or were just secretive out here. Yeah, and I don't know, it's just the right word to say, but it kind of, I seen like the many Scorpios I see seem kind of like a little bit off to me. Yeah. I don't know, it's something that you could talk to them and stuff. I don't know, it's just something. I don't know what the right role would be for. Yeah, it's like they be in their own little head, like in their own world. Maybe that's what it is. And anytime I think of Scorpio, all I think is like, sexual. Yeah. When I think of Scorpios. Yeah, because they could be seen as the most sexual sign. Just how I kind of see with Scorpios. But I'm trying to think of anything else that like specifically besides them being they always lost to like daydreaming, lost in their own world. That's all I can see about Scorpios. I haven't encountered a lot of Scorpios. Yeah, I have. And I feel like, they more so was either secretive or lie about love stuff. Or admit stuff, or didn't express themselves. And what you said, in their own world. That's all I seen with Scorpio. That's why they won the worst out here. But we've had met a few Scorpio girls. That's why we didn't put them as the top people, because I feel like some of the Scorpio girls was great. And then the next sign that we want to talk about that was worse than the next worst is Sagittarius. And these people are born from November 22nd to December 21st. And so their age for this sign is supposed to be between 56 and 63. And some positive traits about Sagittarius is they optimistic,
honest, outgoing, and adventurous. Some negative traits about Sagittarius is they can be seen as judgmental, unreliable, and short-tempered.
So the Sagittarius I met, it's like they all have been positive,
outgoing,
and they have been adventurous. It's like you can't like tie Sagittarius down, I guess you could say. Like they always, on the go, out there, bubbly. But I don't know if that's, they being fake positive or what, but who I've experienced, they always been like in the positive.
Yeah, and I also know they also social people. It's like two types. It's like two types of Sagittarius I came across. The ones that was super social and then the ones that was quiet.
Oh, right.
But I will say about both Sagittarius, if they like somebody, they will tell you. If they like, I do like that about the person, that they will tell you that if they like you. So I think that's more so in a brave sense, honest sense, with they relationship wise.
And they always outgoing.
Oh yeah, optimistic.
Every sign like Sag I met have been outgoing. Like they haven't been like introverted, they're more extroverted people. And
Now I will say something negative thing about Sag. It's kind of like Scorpios that they had addiction to alcohol. Like I don't know, this is probably like a stereotype. Maybe you guys gonna
maybe just
refute me on that.
Generalizing,
but
generalizing.
I just bet. Sorry, just the best Sagittarius that had a drinking problem. But they always seem like life for the party. I guess
that's the reason. No.
I say that's
more
the only experience I had with Sagittarius. But they seem like cool people. And then the next we would say under that is Libras. And these people are born in the months of September 22nd to October 23rd.
And then their age for this sign is supposed to be 42 to 49.
And some positive traits is they social. They like the things of balance, like believe in fairness, like life have to be
like the balance scale.
Yeah,
you see the little scales where they have like the balance things. That's kind of like how a Libra.
And they also seem charming. Some negative things about Libras, they indecisive, could be non-confrontational and superficial.
I feel like Libras especially have been like into their looks, that the ones I have met. And then also, like, this probably be negative, and maybe I'm just generalizing, but they have been weird to me. Like, a lot of Libras.
I met this one Libra person, and the jokes, I'm like, I just didn't get the jokes. Like, it wasn't even funny. Like, maybe they're just trying to, that's how they be social out here, but it have been weird. Like, any weird interaction with these people.
Yeah, they definitely have been, for sure until their physical appearance. Like, each Libra I have met, but I've had, like, out there like negative experience with Libras.
It's more so they had weird encounters with them. Yeah, I could see the superficial and the decisiveness where they don't decide on one thing and how you don't know, like you ask them a question, like they don't have a straight answer about it.
And I also seen them as like being more like family oriented, maybe. Yeah, I feel like a lot of Libras I have met have been more family oriented,
and they also about their business, like. Whatever they into, I feel like they go hard for. So that's why we don't see them as the worst or anything. And then the next one after Libra that we find on the least spectrum is Aries. And these people are born between March 21st to April 19th.
And their age is supposed to be from 1 to 7.
And the positive traits about Aries is they're courageous, energetic, and independent. Some negative things about Aries is they're high-headed, competitive, and impulsive. Now, we have experience working with
Aries.
Yes, experience in school and in workplace dealing with Aries. And they are outgoing, funny, really funny people. Energetic, I would definitely say that. But I would say they do have a temper.
Yes, and they have been really, every Aries I have known have been kept competitive.
Yes.
Like, that's the biggest thing that if the person is competitive, I'm like, oh, I may think like Aries, like, obviously it could be just that person. But I'm just saying, like, competitive is a big thing that I see with Aries.
I agree with that.
But some Aries that I have met, even though they say like they energetic and stuff, they have been quiet to me. Like some be like either they quiet, but maybe we get to know them, they more display Aries traits. But most of them that I met, they've been quiet, but you could tell they have, the tendencies that they say about Aries.
Yeah, like their personality is great though.
Yeah.
Aries we respond, never had any negative interactions with them or anything. Now, the next sign that we're going to talk about is Leo. And these people are born between July 23rd to August 22nd.
And then their age is supposed to be between 28 and 35.
And some positive traits about Leos is they're confident, natural leaders, and charismatic. Some negative traits about Leos, they could be seen as self-centered or vain, arrogant, and drawn to drama.
I feel like most of the Leos that I have seen is that if they're in a relationship, they like attached to whoever that person is. Like it's like they embody or the traits or the person whoever they're with. Like
dress like
the person. Like they just become whoever they with. That's what it seems like. Yeah, and then they like for to be Leo, so they like lions. Like they like to be shown and center of attention.
Yeah, I remember
the main people I have. Yeah, Leos. They like in the center of attention,
and they mostly in the workplace either the manager, because the job I worked at, the manager was a Leo, and
mine too.
Yeah, Leo. Exactly. And I got along with the Leo person. They seem they come off through as confident and talkative and seem self-assured about themselves. Mm-hmm. So I have a good experience.
I have good experience with Leos too. I haven't seen anything, even though I know they could be, on the ego. They could be egotistical, but I haven't experienced that personally. But I have heard it about like Leos because they like, as I said before, like center attention and stuff.
Yeah,
they like that.
Yeah, so that's why they kind of in the middle for us. Mm-hmm. And then the next one is Virgos. And Virgos are born between the months of August 23rd to September 21st.
And then the age is supposed to be like 35 to 42.
And some positive thing about a Virgo is they could be seen analytical, neat, and perfectionist. And then some negative thing about Virgo is they could be seen as judgmental, overthinking, and uptight. Now, perfectionist, since you could put that as, I guess, negative or positive. I see it as a positive being perfectionist. And for me, like, I like organization
if you
organize it.
I guess if you expect it for yourself, but I guess if you expect perfectionism from other people, that could be a problem.
Yeah, and they seem like the type that would.
Mm-hmm. They come off to me like a mother figure. Like when I see a Virgo, they more like the mother figure. And I had some positive traits. They like more of like down to earth. Like they was easy to talk to, in my opinion. The Virgos I have that.
Yeah, speaking of the mother figure, they could be seen as smothering. Like, and the judgmental thing is definitely I experienced with Virgos where they would judge anybody. Like, say like you friends with the person. I notice they sometimes do judge other people, but then you be thinking to yourself, if they judging this person, then they must be judging me.
Yeah, like what is they saying about me when I'm not here?
Exactly, and that's what I noticed with Virgos. But otherwise, I got along with so many Virgos. Like,
and they also could be neat freaks.
Yeah,
like clean. They at their place they probably like really organized or neat.
Yeah, and I like that.
Yeah, I like
that. I felt like being friends, like it's easier to be friends with Virgos, and they
just I guess in our
experience, it was easier. So that's why they also in the middle.
Yeah, they're like okay.
And then the next one is Geminis, and people who are Geminis are born between May 20th and June 20th.
And then the age is supposed to be like 14 to 21, so they say.
And then some positive thing is they could be adaptable, affectionate, and smart. And some negative thing about Geminis, they could be nosy, inconsistent, and talkative.
Yeah, so the Geminis, I feel like I met a lot of Geminis over my years too, and to me they come off like more gossipy. Geminis, but I feel like the most people I like got along with is Geminis for some reason. Like I don't know what it is. Like we talk, in terms of being like having conversations with them, and
it's like
being outgoing, and
it's like they always got some information for you.
Yeah, like you always like if you want to know something, go to a Gemini. But I guess the downside is that they could be talking about you behind your back
or tell your business.
But they like more like seen as the life of the party. Like they more like if you imagine like a 21-year-old who drinking and having fun at a party. That's how I see Geminis as. Like they friendly, talking to everybody, but I guess it could be also like what they say, they got many faces of Geminis. Like, even though they have two faces, but I can see Geminis having like many faces.
Yeah, like sometimes they could black out, don't know what they did, like in terms of if they get angry. Yeah, like we see celebrities out like Kanye.
Oh, yeah.
That's why I said Geminis are smart. Like when they said a positive trait about Geminis, I agree with that. Like they smart, could be considered geniuses. I feel like a lot of Geminis out here is geniuses.
Could be, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I noticed with Geminis. But we felt like that's third best.
We haven't had any like bad experience with people who zodiac signs is Gemini. But there could be some terribles out there because like I'm not sure. Yeah, like some celebrities say like fight Geminis, they probably like the worst people, but just our experience. With them.
And then the next one is the second best. It's Taurus, and these people are born between the months of May 21st to April 18th. And then they say the age for a Taurus is 7 to 14. And the positive traits about this sign is they are reliable, trustworthy, loyal, And then some of the negative is they could be seen as stubborn, lazy, and materialistic.
Now, in terms of Tauruses, we've been around a lot of Tauruses as well. And so this is the second best because just the most we got along with people who were Tauruses.
Yes.
And in terms of being like, I see them as like down to earth, but they can get, mad about and complain about a lot of stuff.
Yeah, and when they get mad, they just like it's like a explosion when they mad, throwing, screaming. But usually when they get mad about, other people agree with what they get mad about.
Yeah. I guess some people do.
Yeah, for us anyway.
Yeah.
And then materialistic, yes, they definitely into money, having expensive things, having the best things in life. I see them as homely, kind of like Cancers, where they take care of their house, the kids, probably have a garden out here. Like I feel like they more so as that too.
I can see that too. And then they also, some people have said Taurus could be boring though. I have heard that before, that Taurus could be boring.
Yeah.
Boring because.
Yeah, but I feel like they're more similar to us in terms of
characteristics.
Yeah, and us getting along with them. Now, let's talk about the bad sign,
which is what we are,
which is a Capricorn. And these are born between the months December 22nd to January 19th. And then the age for this is 63 to 70. And the positive traits about Capricorn, I'm just doing 3, even though it's quite a long list.
Yeah, it's a long list.
It's hardworking, honest, and logical or wise. The negative thing about Capricorn, they can be pessimistic, critical, and picky people.
That's definitely us. We can be like that sometimes.
Yeah, with Capricorns, yes, I feel like we have come across. I haven't come across that many Capricorns in our life.
I have come across some, but
the main thing I'll say is definitely hardworking, determined.
Yeah, focused. But I'm trying to think anything that's.
Oh yeah, they have. I would say for us and other Capricorns, pickiness, like we're eating and like analyze whatever we do in life, like weigh all decisions before we. Even though I know some people who say Capricorns are boring out there, but I do not believe that. I feel like once you get to know Capricorn, we fun, we got great listeners.
Witty.
Yes, witty.
Because we got like a dry. If you like into dry sense of humor or like sarcasm, sometimes like that's what I see as Capricorns.
Well, that's the best things about Capricorns. I see, and that's what we see as the best is because, the interactions we have Capricorns haven't been negative. Unless you maybe the opposite sex. Man, I feel like for all these traits, all these zodiac signs, a man Capricorn or a women Capricorn could be different as well as, Taurus Capricorn, Taurus male and female Taurus. Like, I feel like it's kind of different when it's gender as well.
Like, they can have different traits based on your gender, basically what you're saying.
Yeah, but that's all the signs that we came across.
And this was remember, this was from worst to best.
Yes.
And that's what we ended at was the best.
Yes.
Was Capricorn.
Yes. Now, give us your opinions about what you feel like is the worst to best signs out here. But that was just, something we noticed through life.
And our personal experiences with these different signs. Now, mind you, these is not like they haven't classified zodiac signs as being, or astrology as being a real science. So obviously we just, doing like
for fun.
Just doing it for fun. And obviously like, this person, just because we said this person had this trait, doesn't mean it could be just because of the zodiac sign. It could be because other issues, like, environmental or the upbringing and stuff like that. Like, or that's just the people we interacted with. They was like that.
Some of these characteristics intertwine with each other. So that's our thoughts on which are the best and worst signs in our experience. Let us know if you agree or disagree with our choices. Thanks for listening. Bye.